I quit my job.
That's right. This is a story about me quitting my former career of 16 years in Highline Automotive Sales. I just didn't quit on a whim. I had an action plan. And I know you've seen me speak about the value and importance of having an action plan when leaping into any career, really, but specifically real estate. So this dates back to 1999 when I bought my first real estate investment property, which I lived in for 5 years. Rode the wave up until 2005. And in the time, I wanted to reverse myself and get much better at real estate. And so I took steps and actual measures to make this career change. Now, I will say that the market changed dramatically in 2008, beginning in 2007, really. The indicators came up. And so I was, at the time, somewhat forced to stay in my career of Highline Automotive Sales. I did not have an action plan at the time. And I learned from that, and I took the time to prepare for that. And that's what this video is about today. And by the way, smash the like button and subscribe if you like this type of video, and hit the bell notification to be alerted when I do populate a new video. And as always, if there's a particular video that you like to see, please leave a comment below. And there's going to be a lot of videos coming out, by the way. I have painstakingly mapped out, we'll call it a mind map, the architecture of the videos that I'm going to be producing for free. And my goal for this video and my goal for this YouTube channel is to provide free inspirational content using my own life's experiences to cast that on to you. Now, let's get into it. So from the years 1999 to 2015, I was a BMW salesperson in the North Shore, Greater Boston area in Massachusetts. I did very well. I started from nothing. I got my foot in the door with this company through automotive detailing. Back in the day, I had an automotive detailing company, a small mobile automotive detailing company, and then I went to work for BMW as their shop foreman, and I had like 25 people that I managed underneath me. And anyways, one day I wrote a letter to the owner of the company to put me in sales, and I was in sales previously, selling cell phones, motorcycles, personal watercraft, so I had a strong sales background. So in 1999, as I mentioned, I bought this condominium and I did a light renovation to it, and I sold it for a really good profit. And at that point in time, that was around 2004, 2005, I knew that I was made for real estate. Now, again, the crash 2008 kind of slowed things down. I did not have a plan. You have to realize I didn't have two nickels to rub together prior to this sales career in Highline Automotive Sales. But it was very, very good to me. I made a lot of connections. It was a wonderful company to work with. I traveled the country. It was really cool. It was a great experience. But my passion is real estate. And so I always had an action plan that I would either A, retire at 40, or B, retire from the automotive industry at 40, which I did as planned. But that was the only plan I had. But during that time, I took my mind map, my architecture, and I mapped out exactly how I was going to break from one career and accelerate in another. And that's what we're going to talk about today in detail. So I'm about to have my 5th year anniversary in real estate. I started June 4th, 2015, and we're just a couple of months away from June 4th, 2020. So I'm going to break down for you year by year the steps of action that I took to propel my career in real estate. And just bear in mind, there's a lot more to this than I can fit in this video. So there are going to be some spin-off videos throughout. So we'll keep an eye on those as well. I'll notify you. Again, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to keep on top of these things. Because this information is going to change your life. If I can do it, others can do it, you can too. So step number 1. I wrote out my action plan. Lead generation, working my social circles, advertisement, and aligning myself in the community. All right, let's dig a little deeper into this. My first 6 months in real estate, I sold 14 sales. It was a mixed bag of listings and buyers. And what I did wasn't rocket science. I mapped out everything that I was going to do on a day-by-day basis. Luckily, I've never erased anybody's contact information in my phone. Names, email addresses, full addresses. And so what I did was I sat down and I hired a couple of kids to help me out with this. I transcribed all of my data into a master CRM. And I use a free CRM. There's a bunch of them. I like Podio. That one works pretty well. You can go to www.podio.com. That's a nice one to use to get started. There's a million others there, but I'm not going to preach about CRMs. You should definitely have one or some sort of a system. Again, systems equal action plans to hit your goals. Now keep in mind also, I did not take any time off between leaving my previous career to my new career. I took 3 days. I remember it was a Thursday, my last day, and then I did take Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I hit the ground running on that Monday. I probably made at least 150 phone calls a day while I had 3 people on weekends to transcribe my entire database from as far back as I could go. I even kept my old Blackberries, Blackberry Pearls, Motorola flip phone. I have them all, and I'm really, really glad that I did because I got some deals from them. And you'd be surprised just by picking up the phone if you are new to sales, and specifically if you're a new sales agent, a real estate agent, how powerful this is. Now, at some point, you're going to exhaust your resources, and that brings me to phase 2. And when I say call your circles, your friends, your family, people that you know, it's to get the word out that you're a real estate agent. Okay, not rocket science, but if you're not doing that out of the gate, you're leaving money on the table, and you'll be surprised as you make these calls and reach out to people. Don't be surprised, and do not, I repeat, do not get discouraged when you hear, oh, geez, I wish I knew I just bought a piece of property. It's going to happen. You cannot get all of them, but you can give yourself the competitive edge above all others by outworking them out of the gate, making your calls, and scrubbing down your database to find buyers and sellers that you're going to work with. Okay, the second most important thing that I did early out of the gate was invest in myself with marketing. This is something that if you don't have money, you can still do it for free on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, social media, YouTube, obviously. In this day and age, it's a necessity, and if you're not doing it, you absolutely have to do this. And over time, you can start injecting money as you start to make commissions. Number 3, affiliating yourself with a brokerage. Out of the gate, I really didn't know much about brokerages and firms and how they work. Personally, for me, I got out of the automotive industry. In my eyes, I did it better than anybody else, and I didn't need anybody else telling me what and how to do it. I had created my own systems. I had created my own pitch, the way that I interacted and built rapport with my clients. It was a little bit of, been there and done that, which I'm sure most of you out there can appreciate if you're watching this video now. And by the way, if you are, you're light years ahead of everybody else because you took the time to self-critique yourself to realize that you needed something more and that real estate is a vessel to get you there. Now, as I got deeper into real estate with the brokerage, I realized that I did not need a brokerage. They did very little for me. And once I figured out real estate, I broke free on my own and now own a real estate brokerage with a partner with agents underneath me where I am the lead agent, and I do teach sales skills, investing skills, processes, systems, and the importance of doing this systematically day in and day out the same way every time, which is a key to my success, which as we go through the rest of this video, we're gonna identify and pinpoint. Number 4, wholesaling real estate. When I first got into real estate, my first 6 months in, almost towards the end of my first 6 months, I discovered wholesaling. I had no idea what it was about, but when I got into real estate and I created this action plan, I told myself and I promised and made a commitment that I would learn every aspect of real estate. And from wholesaling, I've learned a great deal about marketing, how to find particular properties. I really never did wholesale. I did one wholesale deal, and thankfully I was in a position after working in my previous career for so long to save and get ready for that next opportunity when it came around. I didn't need to actually wholesale a deal. I did a wholesale deal early on. At the time, I wasn't ready to take that deal and hold it myself. And later on, I looked up the property history on it, and man, I wish I was in that position because, man, in 2016, there was still a great deal of upswing, and I saw what the returns were once I did wholesale that deal. It was a really, really rough deal. But through pushing myself to learn the art of wholesaling, I was out shopping for my own deals, and I was able to acquire 4 or 5 deals, which I'm going to break down for you and how I did it. And I implemented the Burr method, and I did implement 2 1031 exchanges, which if you're unfamiliar with, we are going to be breaking that down as well. So stick around. So then in 2017, I did notice that organic referrals and repeat business were starting to come around. For one reason or another, with my buyers and sellers that needed to buy more property, sell, or both, they were coming back to me. So in 2017, after I've closed about 50 deals, which is a pretty good clip in my neck of the woods, the average sale price about $450,000. I was selling properties anywhere from $200,000 to $1.2 million. And when I look back at taking that leap of faith, at taking the plunge to completely quit my former career to jump into this, it was worth every penny. Granted, it wasn't easy. I did spend my first, I'd say 18 months pulling 10-hour days, weekends. I was running at certain times. I was running 3 open houses per day, 6 total on a weekend. I did go all out as hard as I could, but it paid off. And as I was marketing to find off-market properties through what I learned from wholesaling, I was able to supplement the income as well as started to flip some properties. Now in 2018, we renovated our office space. We redid our kitchens, we redid our bathroom, we did office cubicles. Now we have a professional office space up in our area where we work and operate. Currently we have 3 agents total, but we're about to expand. My guess is before the end of the year, we'll end up with 5 to 15 new agents to work at our firm. And the best piece of advice I can give to new agents, again, not to sound like a broken record, you've got to have an action plan. You have to have systems. You can't waver. You can't get discouraged. You're going to get kicked around here and there, but you got to be strong and give it your all. Work your leads, work your social circles, get those deals out of the gate that are low-hanging fruit, easy pickings to catapult you on to bigger and better. And definitely one of the big things is to start to invest in real estate to build your own portfolio. At my firm, we promote agent investor friendly real estate agents. Those agents that are out buying and selling, representing clients, but also building their portfolio. All right, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. I'll see you on the next one.